Unit 8. Recording 1. Lesson 8A. Exercise 2.
Too much, too young. Many people dream of fame and fortune, but teen singer Gary Williams, who recently won the TV talent show The Wow Factor, has found it a disappointing experience. Since 17-year-old Gary won the competition, he has moved with his family to a large country house with a big swimming pool. He has left school to concentrate on his career in show business and has a personal tutor to help him with his exams. However, Gary is bored with his new life. "I've got lots of money now, but I miss school," he told us. "It was exciting at first, but it isn't now. I don't often see my friends, and I don't like all the travelling. I think maybe I'll go back to school." How would you feel if you were in Gary's situation? Would you miss anything? We'd love to hear your views.
If I had his opportunities, I wouldn't look back. Chances like that don't come along very often. So if I were you, Gary, I'd stay there. P.S. I voted for him. He's amazing. Jackson, 17, Cardiff.
I think I can understand. If you were rich and famous like Gary, how would you know your real friends? Some people would only like you for your money. I'd hate it. Dusty Rose, Leeds.
I'd probably feel the same if I was Gary. I think I would be quite lonely if I didn't see my school friends anymore. I think I would miss them and regret moving away. Mayab, Malvern.
If I could change places with Gary, I'd do it straight away. He's incredibly lucky. It's the chance of a lifetime. Twinkle, Swansea.
Unit 8. Recording 2. Lesson 8A. Exercise 7.
Amazed, amazing. Amused, amusing. Annoyed, annoying. Bored, boring. Disappointed, disappointing. Embarrassed, embarrassing. Excited, exciting. Frightened, frightening. Interested, interesting. Shocked, shocking. Surprised, surprising. Tired, tiring.
Unit 8. Recording 3. Lesson 8A. Exercise 8.
Elision. J. Would you? Did you?
8A.
Would you? What would you do? Did you? Did you think it was interesting?
8B.
What would you do if you saw a spider?
I'd run away.
Would you? I saw a spider last night.
Oh, did you? And what did you do?
I said hello.
Unit 8. Recording 4. Lesson 8A. Exercise 9.
Wouldn't it be fantastic to be rich and famous, Tom? I'd love it.
Really, Amy? I think it would be awful.
Why? It would be wonderful. If I had lots of money, I would go shopping every day. Fantastic.
Amy, if you went shopping every day, I'm sure you'd soon get really bored. It wouldn't be exciting at all. And there's another thing.
What's that?
Well, if you were a celebrity, People would follow you everywhere. You know, photographers would follow you wherever you went. You'd never get away from them.
I'd like that. I'd like to see my photograph in magazines.
Would you? Are you sure? Some people would say unkind things about you and laugh at you.
If they did, I wouldn't listen to them. It would be amazing. I'd travel the world and have expensive holidays in fantastic places.
Okay. So, you want to be rich and famous. How are you going to do it?
If I could sing, I'd join a band.
But you can't sing.
No, but I can dream.
Unit 8. Recording 5. Lesson 8B. Exercise 2.
Maya in London. Sunday. Only 3 more days in London. I wish we could stay a bit longer. We certainly wouldn't run out of things to do. Never mind, we'll come again. We went to a fair at our cousin's school on Saturday and saw this. It's a wishing tree. Children wrote their wishes on a piece of paper and then tied them to the branches. We spent ages reading what other people had written. Here are some of my favourite ones.
I wish I was good at sport.
I wish we lived in a bigger house.
I wish my mum didn't work on Saturdays.
I wish my grandma wasn't ill.
I wish my dad had a job.
I wish I wasn't an only child.
I wish my brother and I got on better.
I wish I could speak Japanese.
I wish I could have a pet.
There were too many to read all of them. I had to give up. Of course, we wrote our own wishes too, but I'm not telling you what I wrote. It's a secret. When I got home, I found out a bit more about wishing trees. I looked them up on Dad's laptop. They're traditional in quite a few places. For example, in Japan, they have them outside their temples. I think it's a beautiful idea.
Unit 8. Recording 6. Lesson 8B. Exercise 4.
Out. Find out. Look out. Run out of. On. Get on. Go on. Turn on. Up. Cheer up. Get up. Give up. Look up.
Unit 8. Recording 7. Lesson 8B. Exercise 8.
Okay, here's a question. If you could change 3 things in your life, what would they be?
What? Anything?
No, not quite. You can't wish you were rich, and you can't wish you had more wishes, okay?
Okay.
Right. What's your first wish?
Easy. I wish I could play the saxophone. I've always wanted to.
Well, it's not too late to start learning. Anyway, what's your next one?
I wish I was good at acting. I'd like to be a famous film star and live in Hollywood.
Dream on, Anna. Okay, last one.
I'm not sure what to say now. I wish we didn't have school in the morning. Then we could stay in bed until lunchtime.
Good idea. I like that one.
Unit 8. Recording 8. Lesson 8C. Exercise 1.
Great! It's the wow factor after the news. It's my favourite show.
Oh, please. It was so boring last week. I nearly fell asleep.
Boring? It wasn't. Remember Kevin? The judges made such nasty comments that he cried.
Oh, come on, guys. Let's watch a comedy or a quiz show.
No way! It's the final tonight. I'm pretty sure who'll win. Stella's such a fantastic singer, everyone will vote for her.
You mean the others are so awful that there won't be any choice?
I think Stella's really talented. I voted for her 5 times.
What a waste of money.
OK, Luke. If you don't want to watch it, why don't you get us some snacks?
Maybe in a minute. Jodie, move your feet. I can't see the screen.
But I thought...
Shh! It's starting.
Unit 8. Recording 9. Lesson 8C. Exercise 3A.
Cartoon. Chat show. Comedy. Cookery program. Documentary. Film. The news. Quiz show. Reality TV show. Sitcom, situation comedy. Soap opera. Sports program. Talent show. Wildlife program.
Unit 8. Recording 10. Lesson 8C. Exercise 3B. 1. Two. Three.
Good evening. The President of the USA flew to China today for talks about the...
4.
Yes, it's time for you to vote for your favourite Wow Factor singers now. Just text the numbers you can see on the screen. Don't forget though, texts cost 50p each.
Five. Six.
Good evening and welcome. Tonight's guest is 007 himself, Daniel Craig.
Seven.
As we watch, we see the mother bird flying back to the nest. She calls out to her babies and, look, they're opening their beaks, ready for the food she's brought back for them.
8.
Hello, yes, it's Saturday night and time for another game of Ask Me Another. So, let's meet our first contestant.
Unit 8. Recording 11. Lesson 8C. Exercise 7.
How about watching the football?
No thanks. I'd rather watch a film.
OK. Do you fancy a James Bond film?
Yes, that sounds good.
Unit 8. Recording 12. Lesson 8D. Exercise 2.
Andy had received the school prize for Best Student. That wasn't all. The sports teacher had made him captain of the football team too. When he read the message, he was very upset. Several people were posting nasty messages online. When his friend Anna tried to discuss it, he told her to leave him alone.
Have you seen what they're saying about you online? It's horrible.
Drop it, Anna. I don't care. I'm fine.
The messages continued. Sometimes Andy replied, but that made it worse. Anna was worried, but what could she do?
I wish I could do something.
Andy couldn't concentrate on anything. He was so embarrassed and ashamed. He didn't want to tell anyone.
You weren't on form today, Andy. Is everything okay?
Everything's fine. Thanks.
Anna asked the bullies to stop, but they said it was just a bit of fun. They told her not to waste her time on Andy.
Stop it. It's so mean.
We aren't hurting anyone.
Andy felt terrible. He didn't know what to do.
If I told the teachers, it would make it worse. And now even Anna's talking to them and not me.
Unit 8. Recording 13. Lesson 8D. Exercise 6.
Hi, Anna. Have you got a minute?
Yes, sure. What is it?
Nothing really. It's just that, well, I wanted to say sorry.
What for?
Well, look, I know I've been horrible to you. I told you to leave me alone. You were only trying to help. Sorry.
That's okay. I know you're having a rubbish time.
Yes, I sure am. I just wish it wasn't true. But it is. I don't know what to do.
What about your parents? Why don't you tell them?
They'd just worry. That's no help. And they'd tell the school. And I'd be teacher's pet again. I can't do anything.
Well, I don't agree. Why don't you talk to Mrs. Williams? You really like her. I'll come with you if you like.
Really?
Yes, of course. Come on, Andy. What do you say?
Oh, well, okay, I guess. Thanks, Anna.
Unit 8. Recording 14. Lesson 8D. Exercise 7.
Well, Andy, I'm glad you and Anna have told me about this. You've done the right thing, you know.
But if they find out I've told you, it'll make it worse.
Don't worry. I will make sure that doesn't happen. First, have you any idea who these bullies are? Do you know their names?
Well, yes, but I don't want to tell you. Can we just leave it?
If we do that, it's true they will probably get bored and stop in the end. But then they'll move on to somebody else and do the same again. Is that what you want?
Well, no, of course not, but...
Andy, these bullies don't understand what they're doing. They think they aren't hurting anyone because they aren't hitting you or throwing things at you. They don't realise they're hurting you anyway.
Well, maybe, but they wouldn't care anyway. They don't like me.
Do you like them?
No, of course not. I just want them to leave me alone.
Right, well, that's what they will do. I will make sure of that.
What are you going to do, Mrs. Williams?
I'm going to call a special meeting for all of Year 10, and we're going to have a long talk. Don't worry, Andy, I won't mention your name. Oh, and listen, I know it's difficult, but try and ignore the bullies. Don't respond to them in any way. Can you do that?
Yes, okay.
Unit 8. Recording 15. Language revision.
Grammar. Exercise 1.
1.
How would you feel if you won a talent show?
2.
If you saw an accident, what would you do?
3.
I wouldn't worry if I were you. I wouldn't worry if I was you.
4.
Would Rachel be annoyed if I brought a friend to her party? Exercise 2.
1,
I wish I didn't have maths today.
2,
I wish the bus wasn't always late.
3,
I wish I didn't feel tired.
4,
I wish I could go out tonight. Exercise 3.
1,
The film was so frightening that I hid behind the sofa.
2,
It was such an old TV that it was black and white.
3,
I was so bored that I fell asleep.
4,
It was such an exciting show that everyone watched it. Vocabulary. Exercise 4.
1,
The documentary was very disappointing.
2,
I was very excited by the story.
3,
It was very annoying when the train was late.
4,
I was shocked when my mobile rang. Exercise 5.
1,
We don't get on.
2,
I give up.
3,
We might run out.
4,
I can't go on much longer. Exercise 6.
1,
Soap opera.
2,
Chat show.
3,
Wildlife program.
4,
Sitcom. Phrases and use your English. Exercise 7. 2. C. 3. B. 4. E. 5. D. 6. F. Exercise 8.
1,
I don't fancy that.
2,
I'd prefer to watch a film.
3,
What about watching Skyfall?
4,
I'd rather not watch that.
5,
I don't really like action films.
6,
OK, why don't you choose something?
7,
We could watch The Simpsons.
Unit 8. Recording 16. Skills revision. Exercise 3.
What's up, Fred?
I wish I had more time to do my maths homework. Can you do it for me?
Of course I can't. Mum said you had to finish it before dinner.
Would you do it if I gave you some of my pocket money?
I would, if you paid me all of it.
That's terrible! Anyway, it's not as difficult as your homework.
Of course it isn't. I'm 2 years older than you, and I'm doing A-levels.
I asked Mr. Phillips if I could give him my homework next week.
What did he say?
No.
Ha ha. Nice try.
I wish I could look up the answers to these sums online. Could you turn on the computer?
Oh, come on, Fred. It's not as bad as that. Listen, I'll help you, but only if you help me.
What do you want?
If I were you, I'd speak a bit more nicely to me.
OK. What would you like, Alice?
Well, first of all, I want all of your pocket money for this week. And I want you to tell Mum that I'm going to a concert with Belinda on Friday night.
Why don't you tell her?
Because I'm not going with Belinda.
Oh, Who are you going with then?
I'm going with Gina, and it's a pop concert in Liverpool. I'm really excited about it. But Mum told me not to go out with Gina anymore.
Aha! Now you've told me. I'll give you £5 and you do all the homework.
You bully!